So I have to be in Beverly Hills in 2 hours. I have a consultation for a breast augmentation, a tummy tuck, and butt fillers. So yeah, I am excited. I'm here picking up my friend. Oh my god, she's...
Hi, dolls.
Hi, friend. Keeps on getting bigger and bigger.
I'm gonna eat your asshole with it.
No. I feel like you should drive because each time I Snapchat and drive.
Well, bitch, you shouldn't be Snapchatting and driving in that car. Pull over right here.
We're going to Starbucks, right?
Oh, yeah, we're going to Starbucks. I need something. I need to pick me up.
I haven't,
I haven't eaten. I haven't slept. I haven't had sex. I didn't have sex last night because he was fucking tired. I was so upset. I said, fuck you. Just kidding. He texted me this morning, and Pobrecito, like, I feel bad.
I love Albie.
I love Albie too, you know? But the thing is, all of my friends have patterns of picking this wrong guy. And I don't understand. Like,
neither do I. Like, I see so many ugly fat girls with, like, hot, cute guys. I don't understand. And I put so much effort, like, so much work into my persona and my image. And sometimes I feel like I'm not good enough. Like,
that should tell you something. You can be tirada and still get a man. You know what I mean? Like, beauty fades, but class is forever.
Maybe, like, I'm insecure. This is why I'm getting all this shit done. Maybe, like, somebody, like, you know, I'll find someone.
See, and this is what you're doing for you is for yourself first. That's what you gotta tell yourself. It's not for these men. And guess what? If they want a piece, you gotta...
Like, I know it's not all about looks, even though nowadays people look...
Because it's about an attraction first.
Well, yeah, but, I mean...
Whatever, I'm fat and I still get money and dick. So, I mean, that should just tell you something.
How do you do it? Tell me your secret, bitch.
I have a personality.
And I don't?
Do you remember when this guy, we were at the bar and you were just to yourself having a good time, but you were having a good time, and he looked at you and goes, "You're a fucking bitch." Remember? You just have this face of like, don't talk to me, don't touch me, don't approach me, I'm better than you. But you're not like that.
I'm not.
And we almost fought him.
Am I, like, intimidating?
I don't think you're intimidating, but other people may think that because what your face looks like.
Fuck, I didn't say my face.
No! No, you look like a bitch.
I'm not stuck up. I'm not.
You're not a bitch.
I'm not a bitch. I'm like a sweetheart. I'm a good person with a big heart, and yeah.
I can't anymore. Previously on Jessie and Gil.
We should do like a YouTube channel.
We need a YouTube channel.
Yes,
we need to start like vlogging and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe your next man can buy us equipment, like camera equipment and stuff, so we can like do it. Cause I want to vlog.
You can do makeup tutorials.
Do makeup tutorials? Yes.
Yeah.
I love makeup.
Cocktail.
I need a fucking cocktail, bitch. Being with you, I can't take Xanax right now because I'm driving, but I need an alcoholic beverage. Make me want to drink. You kind of, all Scorpios stress me out. It's not just you.
It's not just me. It's Albie.
Albie stresses me out. Tony stresses me out. Pedro stresses me out. Philip Ray wants to drug me so I don't get stressed out. Like, it's just a lot. Rocha stresses me out. He gives me anxiety. Oh, I need a cocktail.
I feel like you're the one that can only, take all of our problems.
I have a lot of patience. Don't get me wrong.
You do.
I have a lot of patience. I have a lot of patience.
Like, do you go home and cry to yourself?
No, I just pray for all y'all. And I pray for myself. Please keep my patience, Jesus. But I love you all. I love you all with all my fat heart and ass. Standards, I bet they cheat then. Like, how you gonna... Ooh, don't even get me started. I can't talk shit
Bear
about
right.
this. Hold on, I got a bear right. Hold on. Hold on, I got a bear right. I-5. We have a doctor's appointment.
Continue ahead for 2 1/4 miles. Then bear right for I-10 West.
All right, bitch. We're bearing I-10 West. Okay, so...
Again with ugly women and hot guys.
Okay, ugly women and hot guys. If you're saying you'd rather be with an ugly girl because she's not going to cheat on you, she's not going to cheat on you because she's insecure with yourself. So you'd rather be with an insecure woman so you don't get cheated on. But I bet you're the one who's staring at women and slipping in the DMs and cheating. Let's not get shit twisted now.
Okay. Good point.
Goodness. I cannot.
You should have like a talk show.
I should have a talk show. I should be a fucking... You know, that's what... I need to go take my ass back to school.
You should be like a talk host.
I should be like Dr. Gil. I'd be like, hey, this is Dr. Gil. Ah! Bitch, you got issues? We gonna fix you today.
Gil. I love your outfit. Thanks. Afterwards?
Yes, to have lunch.
What if we go to Little Blonde?
Ooh, it's like not that far from here.
So, are you nervous for me?
A little bit. I'm scared.
I'm all about looking as natural as possible.
Okay.
Like, I want to look natural.
Okay.
Like, to the touch, to the look.
Okay.
Nothing overdone, nothing, I want to look good.
Okay. Well, let me tell you what the experience of all my patients are. And there's different remote area. Like this implant, we can place it, let's say, through the armpit. So tiny little incision in your armpit so your breast will have no scars. With this one, we had to make an incision either to your areola. Now the problem, if your areolas are very small,
What is this incision?
that's one of the complications. We'll talk about that in a second. It's rare, but we'll talk in a second. We have to make an incision in the areola or underneath the breast with this one.
Okay.
And the other side effect of this one is that if you choose silicone implants, they have to be replaced every 10 years. And saline implants, they don't. So that's why a lot of people kind of like saline. But at the end, it's up to you. To me, either way is fine. It's not like one exercise is better than the other one. It just depends what you're looking for. Depends what is more important for you, etc., etc. They're both great implants. Side effects and complications do occur, and we'll talk about it in a second, but they're rare. It's mainly what is important for you.
No.
Okay, so you're talking about what, like a full C, small d, something around there?
Kind of like a D.
Okay. So if you don't want to be
I want
particularly
basically
large,
the same size I have right now.
okay, that's fine. If you don't want to be particularly large, the incision is not a problem. The problem in incision is when people want to be too large. Then, as I mentioned, because the implants, they come already pre-filled, you have to make the incision much bigger. In some cases, the incision could turn quite big, and that could be a problem.
I've seen girls who get their, incision
Yes.
from right here,
Yeah.
and it bubbles. Like it's thick, it's not flat.
Mhm.
Would I get that?
No, the incision should be a nice fine line, but it will be a bigger incision. So it's more obvious to have an incision underneath the breast that's, let's say, in the areola, because the areola, when it changes colors, we can place incision exactly where the skin changes colors. You can barely see it. Or again, if we go through the armpit, we have natural crease in the skin, so you can barely see the scars, and they're very small. Improvements over the other ones, but some people are the cohesivest, the latest, and the best, and they do that. So it's a personal choice. It's not necessarily the one is better than the other one. It's just a personal choice.
I think I will get silicone.
Okay, that's fine.
Cause I'm gonna get the tummy tuck
Okay.
later in March.
Okay.
So they're gonna stretch me out
Hold
and
the
stuff.
skin.
So if I were to get this one and they leave me like super tight and skinny, would you be able to see everything?
I mean, I doubt it. That happens rarely. As I mentioned, 5% of cases or more or less. But yeah, there's always a possibility. You don't want ever that to happen to you, then silicone would probably be a better choice.
Okay, and you as a doctor, like, would you, if like if I were to have two patients here with like two different implants, would you be able to tell which one has which?
As a doctor, yes, but you probably wouldn't. So.
What do you think?
I like this one. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine. Silicone is a great option. We have a lot of patients with silicone that are very happy. So you cannot go wrong with silicone. As I mentioned, as long as you understand that you have to do every 10 years, everything else is fine.
What happens if like I go overboard?
Well, nobody's gonna knock on your door saying, hey, 10 years you have to do it. It's up to you. We have some patients that they haven't done it in 20 years, and most likely nothing will happen to them. But basically, what happens is this, because you were asking about pros and complications. One particular complication of this surgery is what is called encapsulation or capsular contracture. I don't know if you ever heard about that, but it's basically when the breast becomes hard. You never heard of people say the breast becomes hard after surgery?
No.
Anyway, so that's the main complications of any breast augmentation. So breast becomes really hard. So instead of your breast feeling like nice and soft like this, it will feel like a tennis ball, really hard. That can happen to any of these implants, okay? So now, the important thing for you to know is how often that occurs. After 10 years with this implant, that complication goes significantly higher, like 30 to 35%. Compared to with saline, it stays 10% as far as we can tell. So that's the difference. That's why we recommend, or it's basically a general recommendation of silicone that have to change every 10 years, because the chances of you having potentially a leak or having capsular contracture increases significantly after 10 years. First 10 years, the safety rate is pretty much the same.
And
After 10 years, this goes high.
For this one, it won't pop.
It could, but the chances of this implant to leak is about 3.5%. So it can happen, but it's very rare. I have patients, have these implants for years. They've been involved in accidents, they tumble, they ski, and obviously they're not unbreakable. They can be broken. The thing is, the force needed to break a saline implant is supposed to be about the same as needed to break a rib, which is just water. And the company that manufactures the implant has what is called a lifetime warranty. So for the rest of your life, they will give an implant for free. But they don't cover the cost of doing so. Let's say you do surgery tomorrow, for example, and in 5 years this happens to you. So you have to come back and do another surgery. Basically, you will remove the bad one and replace with a new one. And you have to cover some of the costs, like anesthesia, stuff like that. But you don't have to pay the full fee that you pay initially.
Okay.
So because the implant is for free. Okay. So that's number one complication. Second complication, you were asking about losing sensation or sensitivity. That can happen in any procedure. The good news is fairly rare. It's about 1.5. It's pretty rare, but it can happen. Now, in case that it happens, there's nothing we can do to fix it. So it's a risk you have to take, but it's pretty rare. As I mentioned, 1% or so.
So you cut it out and then you put it back.
No, we don't cut. So it depends what style of breast you have, and in some cases it depends if your breast is flat. For example, you see, let's say a Playboy magazine, you see some very skinny girls with a large, nice looking breast. Very often in those girls, what we have to do is we have to do 2 stages. You go from very flat to medium, and then a year later or so then it can go bigger. You cannot go from really flat to really big right away. So it just depends in each particular case. Okay? Anyway, so there's other cases before and after. These are probably about C cups. She went very small from A to about a C cup. Same thing here. See,
Would you be able to tell me what I?
Yeah, I'll examine you in a second after we finish this, or give you a gown, then we can try different sizes to see
And
which
is this
one you
silicone
prefer.
or?
This is saline still. I'll show you saline in a second. So barely see it, but this is to the areola. You see, so that's the other incision you can do. Okay. Okay, so I guess the next step is to examine you. Any other questions? Other size, this will be about 450. Does, excuse me. I forgot to ask you, how tall are you and how much you weigh?
I'm 5'7". I think, yeah,
And weight right now?
like
More or less.
165, 170.
Okay. So I think it will be good. And so basically, you put this here. So you can see we'll give you fullness, cleavage, and just, and it's not exactly, but for you to kind of tell it, you want to put it in the mirror, more or less, that's how it will look. You wear something fit, let's say. What do you think of that? Because I believe you mentioned you don't want to be particularly large, no? Just want to look more even,
I want to look even.
not large. You don't want to have a large breast. That just be big breast, no.
What
Good
about
size.
like 500?
Oh, no, yeah, we'll go 500. Let's see. Somebody do the 500, let me just find it. I have this 480, I'll find the 500 in a second. Just a little bit, as you can see, it's a very subtle difference, just a little bit bigger.
You said to go a little bit bigger.
Yeah, this is 480. This 450, this 480, so just a little bit bigger. That probably be fine.
Yeah. 480.
Yeah. Now, looking at you in the examination, because you still will be here, so it's a little more obvious. Not that obvious, but a little.
Wait, no, I already have this anyway.
I'm just saying, we do that a lot and patients are okay with it, but as long as you understand that that incision is just a little more obvious, but definitely we have to go under the breast. We cannot do that
Okay.
if you do so.
So what size would that be?
480, 486.
So like in breast.
Oh, like a full D. Breast is varies because let's say Victoria's Secret runs traditionally really small. You go Victoria's Secret, you will be probably a triple D, but they run really small. It's not a true size. A true size you probably be a a full D. Victoria's Secret maybe double D, but it's more like a full D. Yes.
And with this?
This you will be like a medium D.
And we try secret size.
And still probably double D. They run almost ridiculously small, like almost laughable. We see patients that are medium and they come.
No, 480.
Yeah, I think that's a good size for you.
Better than the 500?
Yeah, I think 500 may be a little. If you don't want to be too big, it's probably a little big. Again, some people like 600, and that's fine. It's a personal choice. 500 would be harder to hide, let's say, when you don't want to show too much breast. It's just much bigger. So if you put a sweater, it still will look kind of too much. So with this, you have the advantage, again, as I mentioned, one day you want to show, you can show, one day you don't want to show, you just don't show. So it just depends.
So with this one, it could be this versatile. Like I
Exactly.
can do show and not show.
Exactly. Yeah, you can throw a bra and a push up and make it really big, or you can just
Yeah,
put it
I
down.
want like a full D.
Yeah, definitely would be a full D, that's for sure.
Okay.
That's a good size without going too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice and
I
full.
want to do. We're in surgery wise?
No. In terms of recovery. So in other words, When we put the implant, because we go under the muscle is flat, and we have to leave the muscle and put the implant under, so the muscle has to expand, the skin has to expand, and eventually get to the final shape. At the beginning, your implant, even though we put it where it's supposed to be, it's gonna travel kind of high, it's gonna be very high. It takes like about a month or so to drop and settle and get a better shape. So in other words, this surgery is gonna change the shape of your breast to make it as female-like as possible, yes? So that process is gonna be longer in you. Probably 3 months, 3.5 months for the final look. Compared to some other people, they will be in a month, they have that pretty look. In your case, it's gonna take a little longer. You'll get there, it's just gonna take a little longer.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, any other questions?
That's it.
The surgery. He will decide when they open your skin, let's say when they lift the skin and they see the muscle underneath. In a typical female, with this surgery is, this design was basically for a typical female with kids. They have 3 kids, so everything's loose. That's why. So you see in a typical female, you touch the muscle. If the muscle is really loose, you have to put stitches to the muscle to make it nice and tight. It's what's called plication. The muscle's like this, and you put it like that, and that makes you flatter and tighter. That's the part that hurts. The skin doesn't hurt. Well, it may hurt a little bit, but you know, the main pain comes from the muscle. So if the doctor, when he finds your muscle being nice, he doesn't have to do the stitches, or maybe minimal stitches. But if your muscle is really loose, maybe when you were heavier, maybe your muscle did.
I told him that I want the hourglass shape.
Okay, so maybe he's gonna put the stitches if he finds the muscle loose. So that part hurt. It is not terrible. I don't know if you have any friends that have had C-sections, or you don't feel great, you can wait a couple more days. If you feel great, yeah, you can probably go back.
Okay.
It varies. It varies quite a bit. Some patients are not in that much pain, some people are a little more pain. It just depends.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Okay. Now, are you gonna think about the silicone saline, or you already made your mind?
I'm still thinking.
Okay,
about
you don't
it.
have to decide right now. That's fine. Now
Like
remember.
I like the saline where you don't have to, take it out again. But what concerns me more is the wriggling.
Yeah, as I mentioned, it does happen, not frequent. It's rare. With saline, we can definitely go to the armpits. If we do silicone, we'll have to go underneath, just for you to know.
And if we do the saline, can we do it to the nipple?
Or to the armpit. We can go to the armpit through here,
Okay.
which is a very frequent area. The way you saline, I would say, majority of salines we go to the armpit because people love that. There's no
So
scars in your
now
breast.